Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai.
Okay. Jai Satchidanand. Pulinanandji-Deepakanandji.
Jai Satchidanand.
Pulinanandji, can you do 3 mantra, please? Pulinanandji?
हाँ
3 mantra.
हाँ हाँ। नमो वीतरागाय
Namo Vetragaya,
नमो अरिहंताणम
Namo Arihantanam,
नमो सिद्धाणम
Namo Siddhanam,
नमो आयरियाणम
Namo Ayariyanam,
नमो वत्सयाणम
Namo Uvazzayanam,
नमो लोये सव साहुणम
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam,
ऐसो पंचन मुक्कारो
Eso Panchanamukaro,
सर्वपावपनासनो
Savapavappanasano,
मंगलाणंच सुवेसेम
Mangalanam cha Savesam,
परमं हवै मंगलम्
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya,
ओम नमः शिवाय
Om Namah Shivaya,
जय सच्चिदानंद।
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand Mahatma.
Jai Satchidanand.
Has there been your question?
I do. I have one question. I think Deepakanandji needs to look this up. It's is he gone? Has he disappeared?
Yeah, he's here. Deepakanandji?
I'm there.
Can you please look up Aptavani 5? Oh no, Aptavani 14 Bhag 5.
Oh God, I won't be able to do.
You want?
I'm
Okay,
on
okay. No,
phone.
all right. I'll just read that and you just explain it to me. Dada is talking about Akash Jevu Swarup, Atma ka. And he says, Atma અરૂપી આકાશ જેવો છે, છતાં આખા દેહમાં રહ્યો છે. આ શરીરમાં આકાશની પેઠ બધે રહી શકે. જળ પરમાણુએ જગ્યા રોકી હોય ત્યાં આત્મા નથી. અવકાશ ભાગમાં આત્મા છે. Can you explain that?
Okay.
Jai Satchidanand. Let me greet you
Jai
first.
Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand. It is, as Dada had said, you can believe, although our body looks like a solid stuff, it is like a sponge. Sponge, do you
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
And all those air bubbles, you can say, they are connected.
Okay.
So wherever we touch, we have the feeling. Although there is space in the extended outside nails and outside hair,
Mm-hmm.
but there is no feeling over there. So as I said that Atma, the soul is not there in the grown-up nail outside and the outside hair.
Okay.
But the whole body, because wherever there is space, Atma can be there. Like in the the Kshetra, it is there. It is there at that location, but because it doesn't occupy any space at one point, at one place, infinite souls can reside. But wherever there is solid stuff, that is Parmanu, matter, then because of the solidness of the matter, that matter, Parmanu, there is no
Blocks the
soul.
space.
Come again?
Does it block the space? It says Roki Oi.
It is occupied.
Parmanu is Jagya. Okay, it's
That
occupied by
space.
Parmanu.
Yes. So, yeah, the ultimate Parmanu cannot be pierced. So that those Parmanu, in relation to that understanding, anything outside Parmanu is space. And that space is occupied by, not occupied, but wherever there is space, soul is there. Do you understand that? Because we may look at, let us say,
I'm
piece of
having trouble
wood.
visualizing it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Imagine a jar which is filled by marbles.
Okay.
Every marble is a Parmanu.
Correct.
Although we see that as marbles, but in relation to Parmanus, we cannot see that because it is beyond our perception,
Correct.
visual perception. So we see a solid stuff. We don't see that porosity at that level. You understand? So now you will be able to comprehend that how, like, if it's a marble, I mean, pack of marble, then between the marbles, whatever is the space surrounded by marble, it's free. It's space. But wherever marble is there, there is no space. Considering that as Parmanu. You understand? Because if it is a solid log, then it has air. That's why we can cut. But Parmanu, you cannot cut.
You cannot divide it any further. Correct.
Further indivisible. Smallest indivisible matter particle is Parmanu. So in that relation, we can understand, as Dada has described over here, that Parmanu, wherever there is Parmanu, that space is occupied and that space cannot be broken, or that cannot be further
Divided
broken, you
any
can
further.
say. So there cannot be soul over there.
Okay.
So although our body looks like this, looking at the size of the Parmanu and like that pack of marble, which our body is made of, all the space, there is soul
In
there.
between the
In between the
occupied.
Parmanus.
Okay,
In
it's
between the
occupied by
Parmanu.
Atma.
And
Okay.
that space continuity is there. We are not able to visualize, but we can anticipate.
Yes.
We can comprehend easily when we consider that as a pack of marble in a jar.
Okay. Okay. I get that now. I had a totally different concept. I thought it was like Atma occupied space, and the Parmanus were like a covering over it, you know.
No.
That's not it. So it was like,
Correct.
like, so okay, that explained it to me. Thank you.
Jai Satchidananda.
Jai Satchidananda. I have a quick thing to share. Shall I go ahead, or shall I let Dr. Kashyap go
Dada?
ahead?
Let Pulinanandji say that and then you share the other one, okay?
No,
Okay.
but it covers up. It covers up. Basically,
Okay.
the concept is there are free spaces in the body, porosity, as he said, like a sponge. So Atma occupies that much space, and in the final birth before
Mm.
liberation, just a few moments before liberation, then Atma condenses into that free spaces, and it is said to be 2/3 the shape and size of the physical body. Ah, so that is the extent of porosity that is there. And then finally, when the breaths are over, the lifespan is over, then Atma is of that shape and size, and it finally liberates and goes up. And in Sit Kshetra, it remains in that size and shape. If it's standing, then it will go in a standing posture. If it's sitting, it will go in a sitting posture, like that. So, but this is just to explain that Atma is in the spread all over the body, but in the vacuum spaces where Parmanu is not there.
Okay. That was.
And other property of the pure soul is it does not occupy space.
Correct.
Difficult to understand, but it doesn't occupy space. So it is said that in Siddha Kshetra, where all the liberated souls are there, they don't occupy space. So they are sort of merged with each other, like in one room, I switch on a bulb of light. So that will occupy, how much will the light spread to the volume or the area of the room? Then I put another switch on another bulb light. So that will also occupy the same room.
Correct.
So physically, similarly, the pure soul does not occupy space. That is what is conceptually described in the scriptures. It's just an additional piece of information, but your answer is very well covered up by Deepakanand, that it is in the vacuum spots that Atma resides.
Okay. That clarified. Thank you so much. I had a totally different concept. I
Okay,
thought it was like a magnetic field, like where the filings would spread, that kind of thing. It's not like that.
No, physical space.
Physical space. Okay.
okay, what was your second one, Elizabeth?
But no, it's not a question. It was something I was going to share about Dr. Raje's Satsang with Dada.
Oh, okay.
You want me to go ahead? Okay.
Yes.
So, Dada, Dr. Raj is asking Dada, यहाँ अमेरिका में नेशनल लैबोरेटरी में वैज्ञानिक बहुत से प्रयोग करते हैं, तब वे इसमें कुछ तत्व डालते हैं, कुछ निकालते हैं, ऐसे प्रयोग करते हैं। तो इसमें व्यवस्थित शक्ति कैसे काम करती है? क्या उनके द्वारा परिणाम पाने के लिए व्यवस्थित शक्ति उनसे चीज डलवाती है, या ये लोग प्रयोग करते रहते हैं और व्यवस्थित होता रहता है? दादाश्री, व्यवस्थित ही उनसे करवाती है। जो प्रयोग होता है उसका जो परिणाम आता है तो अलग, डॉक्टर राधे सॉरी, अलग तत्व इसमें डाले जाते हैं और तभी परिणाम आता है। तो व्यवस्थित उन तत्वों को डलवाता है, या जो डाला जाता है उसके अनुसार व्यवस्थित आता है? तो दादाश्री, वो क्या डालेंगे? क्या डालने का उसे समझ नहीं आता? उसका तो उठने बैठने का ठिकाना नहीं है, उसे खुद नहीं डाला जाता, व्यवस्थित डलवाती है, हर चीज व्यवस्थित करवाती है। ये तो बस अनेकों में एक एविडेंस है और कुछ नहीं। ये सब एविडेंस इकट्ठा होते हैं, वे साइंटिस्ट भी एक एविडेंस है, कोई मालिक नहीं, वो खुद कर सके ऐसा कुछ नहीं। वो तो सब ईगोइज्म करता है कि मैंने किया, सब पागलपन। डॉक्टर राधे, विज्ञान की सारी किताबें होती हैं उनमें सारे प्रयोग सिद्ध करके लिखे जाते हैं कि पानी ऐसा बनता है, हाइड्रोजन इतनी चाहिए, ऑक्सीजन इतनी चाहिए। ये सब दस्तावेज कहलाते हैं। तो ये जो होता है वो व्यवस्थित है और उसी के अनुसार होता है। दादाश्री, व्यवस्थित में साइंटिस्ट की भी जरूरी है, साइंटिस्ट की जरूरत है। ऐसा भी जब व्यवस्थित को लगता है तो एक वैज्ञानिक जरूर पैदा होता है और वो करवाती है, उसे निमित्त बनाती है। उसने मुझे भी निमित्त बनाया है ना? That was Dada's answer. So I just thought he just blew everything out of the water. That it's only Vyavasthit, and scientist is also one of the nimitts of Vyavasthit. That was what I wanted to share.
Pulinanji, you want to comment?
No, but that is true. A broader framework of Vyavasthit, that whatever happens, all are nimitz. Dada said Vyavasthit is scientific circumstantial evidences. The coming together of circumstantial evidences, scientific. So the scientist in this era, fifth era, is also one of the nimitz, and to investigate or to discover something new by way of experiments, and come out with some solutions or come out with some discoveries. So he says the scientist also is a part of the Vyavasthit, depending on the requirements of the era. So if I were to slightly extrapolate that piece of information in today's context, I would say that with the booming technology now, it was not there so much during Dada Bhagwan's days in terms of mobile, internet, and now artificial intelligence has come up in a very, very big way, robotics and all. So all these scientists are part of the limits, and they are discovering things which go beyond human capabilities. We cannot think so fast, we cannot do so many things fast, we cannot search. Google and all was not there. You put a word and you get all the information about that particular thing. So this is, like coming events cast their shadows before. So the time to come will be like this, the age of, say, machines. Maybe dependency on machines. Maybe I'm saying, because we do not know what the scenario will be few years down the line after, say, World War, and after gross reduction in human population all over the world, as Dada has predicted. So something changes after that, we don't know. But as on today, we see that the machines
It's
are
exploding.
more and more powerful than human beings. And human capabilities of creativity, memory, all that is gradually diminishing, because now anything we want, we just ask Google or AI, please draft this letter, please do this, please make this picture, pat ho jata hai.
Right.
So the human capabilities are shrinking and machine capabilities are expanding. So that this thing to come in the fore, the science and technology development, scientists being part of that, is part of Vyavasthit, which is an indicator of that these are the things that will happen in future. That is as of now. Could change later on, but as of now, this is what it is. Just to extrapolate that scientists are also part of Vyavasthit. So today, the circumstantial evidences that we see in terms of the area of science and technology, present scientists are also a limit, and that's how this mobile, internet, and all, it has detrimental effects on the human being. But maybe that's the way the era of this thing, fifth era or the Kali Yuga, is going in the direction, and maybe things may also improve, as Dada said, Satyug will come. So, but just to extrapolate that, everybody is an image. So when we feel where will things come and go? So just take it easy. This is all part of the system. And something good will happen, because Dada has predicted India will become the leading nation of the world, the guide lamp to the world of how to live a good life and things like that. So some good things will also happen. And Dada had said very clearly કે સતયુગ કરતા વધારે સારો સમય આવી રહ્યો છે. That means the time that will come is much better than even in Satyug. That means the time when Mahir Bhagwan, Krishna Bhagwan were residing or living. In those days, people had to walk. There were not so many roads, transport in terms of bus, aircraft, and all was not there. So those material comforts and inner comfort of the inner soul and a good healthy living, those two will come and a good era will come. This is just to place how evidences are coming up. Who imagined that thing like Google will come? Who imagined thing like AI will come? Who imagined thing like spacecraft and Elon Musk?
I mean, I hear kids are writing essays through AI, they're not
Yes.
using no originality there, there's some having the computer do your work for you.
Too much. Even replying to emails in bulk and my God, mind-boggling things. What was to take days is now coming up in hours. So maybe these are the coming events cast their shadows. So one of the evidences, just to extrapolate what you just read out, that scientist is also part of Vyavasthit. So all these people are also part of Vyavasthit. Maybe human capabilities are going to diminish. So nature has compensated by enhanced machines, enhanced robots, or machines. Let's see how it goes forward.
Yep, that's correct. Jai Sachidan.
Deepakanji?
The way things are going on, because of the potent influence of external intellect, what Dada has said, that they are messing up with the nature and they are going something beyond natural happening. And because of this human intervention at this level, all these experiments for this way they are conducting, of course, it is part of Vyavasthit, and the way Dada has said that the sixth phase of the time cycle, that is the dark Kalyuga, where humans will be weird looking because of these dangerous experiments which they are conducting, with all these foodstuff being manipulated, adulterated, chemicals being used, unnatural things are being used, and the effect would be that those human society will be weird looking, very small, that is dwarf 1.5 feet. But what is it? It is part of Vyavasthit, number one. Like, correct. See, the way they have crossed tiger with some animal and then they are saying it is liger, Liger. I don't know what it was, I don't know. But there are such things wherein they are conducting dangerous experiments at the DNA level, at the genes level, at the cell level. And because of such dangerous intervention, although it is part of Vyavasthit only, because of the higher influence of external intellect, they want to find out what are the possibilities in the nature, how best we can. But just imagine all this, whatever research they do, whatever experiment they conduct.
What happened? We lost him?
We lost him. So he's back.
Goal is to dominate, to become number one in the world. And the bottom line is on money, on fame, on a higher position. So with this, the way he also said about the ego level, the ego level is boosting up to such a dangerous level that it is not going to do anything, because ego means head. Head means individual. That person is going to actually show the rest of the world. Treat that I'm the best, I'm the only one. And then we will do a lot of
We lost him again. Deepakanji,
so this is the problem.
वीडियो बंद च रखो मन लागे
yeah.
We keep
Because
losing
science, what is, you don't hear me?
you. We
Hello?
keep losing you. You're coming
No,
on and off.
close your video, please.
Okay, it's already closed. Okay. So this is where we have to understand that one thing is that it is part of Vyavasthit that Dada has said, if someone don't commit such mistakes, then how is the dark side of Kali Yuga will come? So these are the limits for the bad times to come. And with Dada science and understanding, all those who have come to Dada and are living as per Dada science, they are going to get protected because they will leave this place before it gets real bad over here. Go to Mahavidakshetra and get liberated. That's the thing.
Okay.
Right. Jai Sachidanand.
Thank you. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Okay, Kashyap bhai.
Yeah, Jai Sachin, everyone. Yeah, you had shared one poster about this Lilo Vavto. I would share and please explain me. I didn't understand the meaning. Yes, I will
Okay.
share. Can you see now?
Not yet. You
No?
need to double. Okay, now, yes.
Yeah. So please explain the meaning of this poster you shared.
Yeah, this was in today's satsang. It was that one. Deepakanji, you put this up.
Yeah.
Deepakan, close
Jai
your video, please.
Sachidanand.
What is this Lilo Vavto and this one other
Green
is the Lal
signal.
Vavto? What is the meaning
Green
of that?
signal and red signal.
Sorry? Red signal.
Green signal and red signal.
Okay, this signal means
Green
Vavto.
signal and red signal. Lilo Vauto means allow it to happen, and red means stop, don't do it. So what
Okay,
Dada
so
is
please
saying
explain
here
line by line.
that we must
Aju Baju na
be,
please explain line by line. आजू बाजू ना घर वाला बाहर बधाई कहे के वो पड़े एक आवाज बधाई लीलो वावटो
what he
नहीं.
has said, the how we should live, ideal, amicable lifestyle, how it should be. Dada says that all our surrounding people, our family people would say, fantastic, what a kind of person he is.
Okay.
And everyone accepts you. Green signal means everyone accepts you.
Okay, I
And
got it.
Dada now gives an example that if he's leaving from Baroda,
Yeah.
and let's say he's heading to Mumbai. And while he's about to leave, some Mahatma, most of the Mahatmas will say, okay, Dada, you can go. But if someone is there and says, wait, Dada, then he will not go. He will say, what is your problem? He will clarify, he will amicably settle that red signal, and then only he will go. So what he says, Mahatma should live in such an amicable way that no one stops you. And I am not in anybody, I'm in everybody's control. I don't control anybody. So he says finally that Mahatmas should become such that they live as per how the world keeps them. Do you understand?
Yeah,
The way the
આપના
world
મહાત્માઓ તો બધાને તાબામાં રહેવું જોઈએ means
means वो सबके कंट्रोल में रहना चाहिए, वो अपनी मर्जी से नहीं चलना चाहिए. They should not be as per their own desire egoistically.
Because
That's how he said you become like a bag. गठरी जैसे हो जा, पोटला जैसे.
okay, means there enough so much means their flexibility, they will not have then clashes with anyone.
Yes, because as it is whatever the way you are living, it is the result of the past karma only. That is Vyavasthit. And as the Vyavasthit keeps you, you accept it and live your life. Then that's how you will surpass all those karmas. Whatever suffering you have to pass through, you will pass through that suffering and eventually free from that suffering, free from that karma, and that's how, without causing new karma, you will get liberated.
Got it. Understood.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, Sachidan.
Guys, you want to add anything?
No, but it covers up. Essentially, Dada is saying don't have your will superimposed on others. Go by how circumstances shape out. Go by what evidences come together. So if a person has some objection, then listen to him, see what it is, clear it, and then proceed. Basically, flow. Basically, Dada is saying flow with the situation. And if there is an obstruction, take care of the obstruction. Don't go against the obstruction. Flow with the Vyavasthit, flow with the evidences. So that is saying you must have zero potapanu, zero imposition of one's own set of beliefs. Essentially, it's trying to drive over there. It's a state of zero ego, It's a state of zero intellect. So that is where that is that is from where Dada was operating, and he's saying that is how we should be operating. So here he has described the physical part of it, the external part of it, that flow with the people's wishes or flow with evidences. But it's a reflection of his inner state of zero potapano, zero ego, that is zero discharge ego, zero discharge intellect. So when you're in that state, obviously your external behaviors will also be of that thing. So here he has given example of the external thing, so it's easy to understand and grasp. But to practice this, or to come for us, for Mahatmas, for this to come into effect or in behavior, it will require this inner understanding of gradually diminishing, and ultimately zero potapanu as it diminishes, zero discharge ego, zero discharge intellect. So it's giving us a pointer of a Purusharth which is internal. If that is internal Purusharth is accomplished, it will reflect in external behavior where we will go along with the flow of events or along with Vyavasthit. So this is the external thing depending on the inner state. So if our inner state is of that type, even we will have the external thing as described in this piece of paragraph. Jai Sachidanand.
Yes, I got it. Can I ask Rajniti one more question?
Sure. Yeah. We have enough time. There's no other question.
Yeah, so we talked about ahimsa before, and I have in my backyard I have a mango tree, so I am not very well versed how it is managed, but as I see how others do it, I just leave it to the others to how to collect mangoes, and and I read also some ways that Dada is saying that in agriculture there is a lot of violence, but we don't know how to avoid it. You talked about some ways we can avoid violence, but sometimes, like for example, there was a this bees on the tree. So now to collect the mangoes, they had to break that bees, and so maybe the bees got killed also. That is what I want to say. How Dada, what was Dada ji saying about this? Please throw more light.
Pulinanandji, you want to comment on that?
Just let me understand. You said two things. One is because I just, due to internet, I missed out a few sentences. Basically, you're saying agriculture has a lot of violence, number one. Number two, I go to buy mangoes. I'm not well versed with the evaluating mangoes, so I pray to Dada and go. And third thing you said was that when they pluck mangoes, they had to perhaps get rid of those bees, and maybe violence is associated over there. Have I understood your question rightly?
Yeah, so we are this. We were talking about non-violence and non-conflict with others, but this all we do face conflicts and even violence we face. So because what I feel that always that what to do. So I don't know what to do. Should I do this or not to do this? So this is the question. So.
Now, do what? Buy mangoes or not buy mangoes?
No, no. So how
Uh,
to collect the mangoes from the tree? I don't know, So,
and now you say, then let us be natural, as Dada said, let us be sahaj. During the season of mangoes, we like to eat mangoes, so we straight away go from the market and buy it. And if we are not well versed in evaluating them, we can take someone's guidance or learn through experience. And as far as plucking from tree goes, so it's a very remote possibility for people who stay in cities, but people who stay in villages or in farms, maybe they have an opportunity of personally plucking. And the third thing, as far as bees and things, so that is hinsa, because it involves actually what they do is, when they're in the beehive, they bring a fire torch, so that all the bees go away from the beehive, and then they break the beehive and then they extract the honey from it. And as you rightly said, Dada has said, agriculture is the most violent profession. That is, it is a profession which involves a lot of violence. That means many organisms get killed. So that's part of the discharge of the farmer in this birth. And if he's a Mahatma, then he should do Prashchit, or he should do Pratikraman, that Pratikraman for the violence that is he has to incur, and pray that may I not get such a profession in future. So that is the way to square off his discharge. And as far as we are concerned, we are already doing that. Prap man vachan kahati, a jagat na koi pan jeevne, kinchit matra dukh na ho. So that deep inner intent we have. And in the external behaviors, we can implement it to the best of our abilities. So the two sensed, three sensed, four sensed, and five sense animals, insects, living creatures, we should take care of them most. And the one sensed, which is all fruits, vegetables, and trees, and all that, those are we are allowed to eat and allowed to, that violence is permitted. But there also there should be some discretion in the form that to the just to cover up the needs of the human body ourselves, for so that we may survive and we may live and do our spiritual progress. So minimum violence food should be eaten, and minimum violence should incur while preparing or procuring those food. So that is a gross principle, and to the best possible extent, we should follow it. Where there is a deviation, we can always do pratikrama. So this is the overall picture. Okay, you said that I'm not able to know how to put it into practice. This non-violence, and at the same time of eating of food and honey and etc. etc. So it is the inner intent which counts, and to the best extent we put it into our practice. Wherever deviations are there, we do pratikrama. As an extension, I can just share a very short example of mine. Sometimes we go to the wash basin early in the morning or some part of the day to gargle or cleanse our mouth, and there we see three, four ants roaming around and all. So, the moment I see them, then I pray, please go away, and then I use the water in a discretionary manner so that it doesn't hurt them or doesn't affect them. They are on the periphery or little intermediate So use it very carefully or try to drive them away a little bit. So where possible, we try to save them, but sometimes in spite of our best of attempts, one or two may even sink in the water. So then it has to be followed by pratikrama. More than the physical actions, it is our inner intent, it is our bhav that carries weight. That is where the whole thing is there. So our intent is not to hurt them. I saw them, please go away. I tried my level best to drive them away. And mostly they go away, so it is fine. But sometimes, in spite of my this thing, best it happens and pratikrama. And at times we may not even know. We may not have switched on the light and just use the water and then find afterwards we find, oh, this were there. So then it follows the pratikrama. So the inner intent of not hurting any living creature, that is most important. And where it does happen, then it's followed by pratikrama. So the intent is what comes with us. The action is part of Vyavasthit. It is a Vyavasthit of the ant or the insect as well as our Vyavasthit. So maybe his lifespan is to come to an end and we have become the limit. But since we repent, then we are uh, out of that Bhogota, that suffering, and it's part of Vyavasthit, and we just leave it at that. So this is the gross principle of how to address our body needs, so in terms of food, fruits, and in terms of violence. Yes, Sachidanand.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Deepakanji?
Jai Sachidanand. See, to progress in the path of absolute or permanent happiness, each discretion is given that you minimize the violence to the best of your understanding. But gradually, what happens? Initially, you do it in anticipation, in the sense that we know that it is more than one sense, so you should avoid or stop eating that. From non-vegetarian, you become vegetarian, and then gradually you eat stuff which is always grown above ground. And as you follow this, your perceptive power increases. And with that increased perceptive power, you are able to see. And finally, when you reach that state, then your physical food itself stops. Like after absoluteness, that is after Keval Gyan, the individuals, they don't have to eat anything. There's no physical food.
yeah,
Right? So
yeah,
this is how it goes. So we just because Dada has elaborated, revealed this thing, you don't have to worry about all that. You follow non-violence as with the best of your understanding. Like there are many people who eat the stuff which is grown underground, under the ground. So now there a higher level of violence is there compared to if you eat any vegetable out that is grown outside. So gradually that will also happen. And with that increased perception, you will be able to understand and experience also, and that's how you will progress.
got
Do you
you.
understand?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, so you don't have to do anything egoistically, but that's how it starts in anticipation, as Dada has revealed, and Vitraga has revealed, that if you eat non-vegetarian food, then it creates a lot of obstacles. I mean, lot of obstruction. They obscure your vision, your perceptive power. So to increase that, what you would do is you will stop eating that stuff
yes,
and gradually uh, improvise upon that. And finally, that state will come wherein you will not need to eat any gross food itself, which happened to Lord Mahavira when he attained Keval Gyan. After that, all Keval Jnanis, they don't have to eat, they don't have to drink physical food, physical water. right?
Yes.
So
Got
that's a process we are in, and it is going to happen. We need not worry about that. But as best we can understand and as best you can follow, it is going to help you. But that should not become an insistence and create a hassle wherever you go. Right?
Got it. Thank you. Yes.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Shailaben?
Jai Satchidanand-Deepakanandji, Jai Satchidanand Pulinanandji, Jai
Jai Satchidanand.
Satchidanand-Rajinikanji, Jai Satchidanand Mahatmas. My question was about Dada's saying, which came in today's WhatsApp. He talks about to attain moksha, internal tap is necessary and external tap is not necessary for attaining moksha. It came today saying, today's WhatsApp group. He says external tap may lead to a favorable gati, but it does not lead to moksha.
Pulinanandji?
Yeah, that is true. On an average, for
Hmm.
a non-Mahatma,
Ah,
this is this thing that Vyavasthit, external tap means Vyavasthit. Vyavasthit
yeah.
means, fasting and incurring physical hardships. So that is Vyavasthit. Vyavasthit means others can also see, people can outside also see that you are
Oh,
undergoing penance or austerities. Now,
yes, yes.
those will lead to punya, and punya will lead to another birth or a good birth. What you
Ah,
have sacrificed here, worldly comforts, sensory comforts, or the comforts of the five senses, you will get more of it in the next birth, more greater physical comforts, bahya sukh.
hmm.
So that is where bahya tap comes. And inner penance, yeah, antar tap. Antar tap is what we do by way of gnan or understanding that
Right.
someone has insulted me. It has deeply hurt my ego. I am deeply, anguished. But then I withhold the retaliation
Hmm.
by the understanding that, oh, it is my karmic effect that has come into play and he is
Hmm.
only a nimit. So by way of Gnan, I try to restrain retaliation in.
Yes, yes.
And that restraint is causing a lot of inner burning, which
Ah,
is called inner penance or
goodness, yes.
antartap. So antartap leads to squaring off of our karmas,
Huh.
especially the bad karmas or where we are hurt by others or
Hmm.
others' speech actions, or
Hmm.
we are hurt by external situations in terms of, say, extreme heat, extreme cold. I'm very hungry, I'm not getting food. So those are external sufferings which come
Hmm.
casually or naturally. At that time, to restrain and observe that this is part of my discharge, karmic effect, and not blame anybody or not hurt anybody or retaliate or take revenge.
Hmm.
So all that constrained, sanyam leads to inner penance or inner tap. Now,
Yes.
when we do this inner tap, we are accepting the unfavorable karma, the karmic
Hmm.
effect,
Huh.
and we are just ભોગ લઈએ છીએ આપણે, we are suffering it out.
Hmm.
So that karma gets exhausted, and
Right.
as karmas get exhausted, obviously we are progressing on the path of
Progressive
moksha.
moksha. Yes.
Because the moksha means squaring of all karmas, exhausting of all discharge karmas. So inner
Hmm.
penance leads to moksha because you're squaring off or exhausting the karmas. And
Yes.
bahya tap, where you do austerities for the purpose of
Hmm.
austerities, it collects punya karma, and that's why it leads to sansar. It doesn't lead to moksha.
Moksha. Yes.
So this is for a non-Mahatma. We as Mahatmas, external situations, we just see as file, sambhava, nikal. And unfavorable external situations, also we take it as file, sambhava, nikal. And do
Hmm.
the tap. We accept
Yeah.
it.
Right.
So for us, it's squaring off of karmas both ways. But for a non-Mahatma, because you see, in the Kramik Marg, especially in the
Huh.
Jainism, this has been professed very, in a good manner. Because they say for moksha, you need four things:
Yeah.
Gnan, Darshan, Charitra, and Tap.
Hmm.
So they have laid a good deal of emphasis on Tap, but they are focusing on the external Tap by way of
Yes.
fasting, I'm well, eating one time and things like that. So there Dada has cautioned that these external austerities will lead to punya karma, it will not lead to moksha, but inner austerities will lead to moksha. So what the Tirthankar have said, that to go to moksha, you need this Gnan, Darshan, Charitra and Tap. Those were the inner Gnan, Darshan, Charitra and Tap. Inner
Okay.
yani the Gnan Darshan of the soul. Darshan means I am the soul. The understanding that I am the soul. The Gnan means understanding that I am the pure soul. Charitra means be a Gnata Drashta. And Tap means, remaining in pure soul and squaring off the external hardships. So
Right.
these were all internal. A person from outside cannot see that I am practicing this inner Tap.
Yes.
So that is where squaring off of current karmas take place, which in turn leads towards moksha, or one
Okay.
progresses towards moksha. So
Yes.
that is the difference between. So that's where Dada said that what that the Tirthankars have said, that the four requirements of Nan Darshan are the Grand Darshan, Charitra, and Tap. Here the Tirthankars meant inner Tap.
Inner
There are
one.
two types of inner and outer. So Tirthankars meant inner tap, but people interpret it and put emphasis on the external tap, because internal tap takes a lot of understanding, which was there. So that got misinterpreted and
Yes.
into external tap, in a great deal of emphasis it was laid over there. So for those people, or that person, Dada Bhagwan Nainitik spoke that it is the inner tap which will lead to moksha and not the outer tap. So that
Yes.
is the essence of this.
Got it. Yeah, but the only thing question was
Ah,
that means even the inner, so the external tap, will it not lead to internal this tap at some point?
yes, in
It will,
fact,
it will
Dada
lead to
Bhagwan
it.
also has very clearly, yes, it's a good point. It's a good point. Dada Bhagwan said that this external tap was to be really speaking done so that your mind, body, speech are tuned or geared up to
Hmm.
do inner tap.
Inner tap, exactly. Right.
And this was the need, the external tap was the need in Satyuga, or in the fifth era,
Hmm.
in the fourth era,
Hmm.
when Lord Mahavir and others were there.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Hmm.
This external tap was fruitful in the fourth era, because
Yes.
there so much hardships was not there. Living
Hmm.
life was not so tough.
Yes.
Things were comfortable to live a life. So in order that people may not just remain engrossed in material comforts, there this external tap was professed, so
Yes.
that you are ready for internal tap, or to face adverse situations. That is
Got it.
number one. And number two, it was fruitful because in the Satyuga or the fourth era, mind, speech, and body were aligned. That is,
Hmm.
all three were in harmony or synchronicity. Whatever
Hmm.
he thinks, he will speak accordingly, and I will also act accordingly. All three were aligned.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
stuff done at the physical level would also be reflected at the mind level, and then it would lead to his progress.
Got it. Got it. Yes.
And that was to prepare for the external tap. But now what has happened is
More
only
difficult. It's difficult.
the
Yes.
physical activity of Bhayatab is there, but the essence
Yes.
of the
Impossible. Right.
Bhayatab has somewhere got lost.
Got it.
So,
So that's
yeah,
why
and that
it's
is
not
this is Kali
possible.
Yuga. So in Kali Yuga, Dada said that don't do Bhayatab, do Prarabdha.
Straight away.
Whatever
Oh.
tap comes to you naturally, in terms of I was very hungry, my lunchtime, 12 o'clock, and no food available. I was outside, for some work and all. So at
Yes.
that time, you do the tap, because perhaps it has happened that you are not getting food at that time.
Food.
I wanted
Correct.
to sleep, I could not sleep. That is prapta tap, or
Hmm.
whatever. So prapta tap karo, and in today's era, Dada says tap comes ready made at home itself. You don't have to
Hmm.
go outside. At
Yes.
home itself,
Okay.
you face
Yes.
different prakrutis whose viewpoints will not match, and
Complete.
then that
Everything.
itself
Yes.
is a lot of tap. Means
Yes.
adjustment with them itself is tough. So prapta tap ne bhogo, a square of the
Hmm.
prapta tap. You don't have to go like Lord Mahavir outside to do
Outside.
external penances.
Mm.
Mahavir had to
Mm.
go 60 miles outside to do to
Yes.
get external tap and suffering.
Mm.
So in reference to the fifth era, he says now you get wrapped up at home, do it. External tap is not required. That is anyway coming to you at home, and the true liberation or exhaustion of karmas lies in inner penance or inner tap.
Mm.
Jai
Yes.
Sachin.
Jai Sachidanand. Thank you so much.
Deepakanji?
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
External stuff, as nicely and clearly revealed,
Mm.
it helps in earning meritorious
Right.
deeds, that is punya karma.
Mm.
And thus, it is not that easy to understand the internal stuff
Mm.
in inner penance. So
Yes.
people understand the language and they can do the external penance. So by
Yes.
doing external penance, they accumulate good amount of punya karma, meritorious
Yes.
deeds, and
Mm.
the benefit of that is ultimately they will come across right knowledge and understanding of internal of inner finance.
Yes, it will come to
Inner
that.
finance, as Dada has said, is the cause for liberation, and
Mm.
outer finance is cause for meritorious deeds.
Mm.
So this is how we don't need, as Pulinanandji nicely said, that in today's time, that is Kali Yuga, you don't have to look for any external finance because it will come naturally as part of your bad karma, you can say.
Yes.
So we must focus on inner finance, and that
Mm.
will come only with the understanding of Dada's life and living, that is Dada's science, that
Mm.
anything, whatever that comes against your wishes, against your desire, and you will accept it heartily,
Yes.
then
Got it.
it will create a lot of inner finance and it will help you remain in Dada science.
Mm.
And that's how your inner peace, inner happiness will grow. Not at the cost of external happiness, but external happiness is part of meritorious karma, that is meritorious deeds. So
Mm.
best thing what it has said, what Dada has said, that importance is of the inner finance because it
Mm.
will help you grow and experience inner freedom and peace. And
Got
it
it.
will help you progress in path of liberation. Jai
Yes.
Satchidanand.
Yes, Sachidanand. Is there time
Jai
for just one
Sachidanand.
small question?
Go ahead, Suleiman.
I understand. Because today, actually, when I was there's one question. Dada Bhagwan has talked about bhav daya, that is compassion for the self. So I'm not able to understand this phrase. What is the bhav daya? Is he talking about compassion for the small, so that is for file number 1, or is he talking about compassion for? I'm not able to understand.
Deepakanji?
See, one
Bhav.
thing,
Hmm.
after getting realized,
Ah.
we have brought the boundaries of how and about
Ah.
because we have entered the realm of Swarup, that is self. And this is meant for people who are still ignorant, not aware of that self. So for them, this point came up when people were more worrying about trying to save other lives,
Okay.
wherein,
Ah.
wherein they were hurting themselves and losing a lot of uh, credit of human life. So he
Yes.
said that worry about yourself,
Yes.
खुद की भाव दया खाओ, क्योंकि
Ah.
Well, that is very, very important because you are doing a lot of damage to yourself while trying to protect or
Oh,
safeguard other lives.
that is what he's referring. Because he was talking about protect and preserve your intent only. That's the word
Yes,
he's used. Yeah.
absolutely,
That is
absolutely.
preserving the bhav. That is more important.
Yes, yes, yes.
Your
Correct.
intent is more important. Okay. So instead of
Absolutely.
okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to add something?
Just very briefly, you see, there are two things. Daya means, as you said, compassion. Actually, compassion is not the right word. Compassion goes for karuna. Daya, little is because there is ego. In compassion, there is no ego.
Okay.
So daya basically says, don't do dravya daya, physical daya. Oh, pity. Don't
Yes.
pity others. Oh, he's so bad.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
have the inner bhav of
Ah.
his welfare or pity.
Uh-huh.
That is ભાવ દયા. તું
Got
ભાવમાં
it.
રાખ, દ્રવ્યની પાછળ જઈશ તો પછી તારો ભાવ જતો રહેશે. That is also take care of your inner this thing, your own self. Because in doing the dravya daya, you are hurting yourself, and if you hurt yourself, how do you hurt yourself? When you give
Yes.
uh, food to the inner enemies of Krodman Maya Lobh. So by doing bhav daya for others, you will save the ant and all. But then in the process, you will have enhanced jagrati, and in that process, you will hurt yourself by doing increased lobh, increased mahan, and you will hurt yourself and others. So first you do take care of your, have pity on yourself, on your discharge kashai, and then do others.
Yeah, that is you have to take care of your intent first. That is the bhav.
Bhav means intent, yes.
Yes, got it. So he's talking about that is this thing for the bhav. That is the focus. Okay.
Bhav daya, not dravya daya, right?
Yes, got it. Now I know what he means by daya. Thank you so much.
Jai Satchidanand. Deepakanji, time is up. Can you do same mantra, please?
Jai Satchidanand. Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo
Namo
Siddhanam.
Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vasayanam.
Namo Vasayanam.
Namo Loye Savasanam.
Namo Loke Savasahunam.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Savapava Pranasano.
Savapava Pranasano.
Mangalanam Chasavesim.
Mangalanam Chasavesim.
Parabam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai